Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. In today's video, we're doing our November goal setting. I'm very excited for November because after all, the new year is just around the corner and I kind of want to do something a little bit different with today's goal setting. I'm kind of going back to basics, if you will, because this month was not the best month for me, especially towards the end. I was struggling a lot with my anxiety, and I just sort of felt myself spinning out of control in a way that I haven't in a while. And seeing as it is getting close to 2025, I was like, you know what? I need to peel back the layers and go back to basics and make sure that my foundations are being built in November. So these are going to be very basic habits and things that I want to implement, and I may not even do the sections that I've been doing. Usually I do sections of 3 goals, 3 physical health goals, etc. But this time I may switch things up and I'll let you guys know. But yeah, if you're ready to do your November goal setting, I think it's really fun if we do it together. So grab your notebook, grab a beverage of your choice, and let's get started. So to start, for my main 3 goals, I am making them not habit related, but more so just getting my life together related. So my first goal for November is to establish a morning routine. I have gone through periods of having very strong morning and night routines, and I always, whenever I build a routine, I inevitably, fall off of it at some point. And I think it's because it never lasts long enough for me to make it a habit. So in November, I really want to take the time to, notice what works for me and what doesn't work for me in terms of morning routines, so that by the end of the month, I can figure out, what is the ideal time for me to be waking up? What are the things I need to be a part of my morning routine? What can I throw into my morning routine to make it doable for me to stay consistent with it? That way by the end of the month, I have my morning routine down, and then for December, I can focus on being consistent with it for a whole month. That way by the new year, my morning routine is set in stone. So that's the first goal. The second goal is to do more journaling and shadow work this month, because I really want to focus on, getting everything out and establishing a fresh slate for the new year. And I feel December is always a really busy / fun time for me, because I love the holidays. So I would rather have all that sort of intense healing stuff over and done with in November, and I do feel there are some things that I need to work through. So then we have number 3, which is pretty simple. I just want to free up my weekends. So this is another sort of area of my life where I feel I just want to get into a routine where I work for the first 5 days of the week and then I take off Saturday and Sunday, because since I work for myself / do freelancing, I kind of tend to work a little bit every day, and I never really get the rest that I need, so then I burn out. So I really want to start getting into the habit of okay, the weekends are my rest time and no work goes on during the weekends, except on Sunday, cleaning my house, but no work. some bonus goals. So first of all, I would like to drive somewhere every week. So I am a homebody, and I have really bad driving anxiety. So even though I have my license, I just avoid driving whenever possible. But that really boxes me in, and it also makes me nervous. Like if I do need to go get a job, I don't know, like the anxiety of getting a job for the first time, like outside of the home and not working for myself, is already a lot. So then if I'm also anxious about driving, that's going to make it a lot worse. So I want to get comfortable driving, and I think the best way to do that is just to, push myself out of my comfort zone. So I would like to drive somewhere every week in the month of November. So at least I got out of the house and drove around 4 times at the very least. Then number 2 is I want to find some sort of like free course and complete it, because I feel like recently I haven't been feeling like I've been like learning new things. And I always just kind of feel like any new thing that I can learn, especially if it's like a skill, like there's no downside to that. So I want to get back into that and find some free courses and take one this month. Then for the third bonus goal, I want to become more confident styling myself. So I'm sure you guys probably noticed this in my videos, but I don't wear makeup because I don't know how to apply makeup well. It always looks weird and I'm not good at it. And I don't really style my hair because, once again, I'm not good at it. Recently I cut it off and I got bangs, and I kind of like low-key regret like all of that. Like I think the bangs would be fine if I knew how to style them, but they always end up like looking like this, and I don't like the vibes. And then clothes, I'm not the best at putting together outfits. Okay, next we have the 3 habits that I want to implement this month. So I narrowed it down to literally just 3, not 3 for every category, just 3, because I want to be sure that it's stuff that I can do every single day. So I'm actually starting to cement it. So first off, I want to start my day off with some sort of like high vibration activity that will like put me in a good mood just right off the bat. Because I've noticed like the days where I start off like listening to music, or like maybe watching like a video from one of my favorite creators about like self-help and self-development, and it puts me in a really good mood, and I'm like, yeah, I've got this, and I'm really fired up for the day. And it goes better than if I like wake up and I think too much and I start to be like, oh, and I get anxious, or if I wake up and I'm like, oh, let me wake myself up on TikTok. It's just not a good deal. So I want it to be a habit that no matter what I choose to do, I start off my day on like a good note. Then secondly, I want to drink plenty of water, because I go through stages of drinking plenty of water and then stages of like not drinking any water at all. And my mom actually just bought me this, which like keeps track of your daily water. It's a 64-ounce thing, and it kind of like gives you like, okay, this time you should drink this much, this time this much. So I know that if I drink one of these a day, I got enough water. So it'll be easy to keep track of now that I have this. So yeah, I want to be sure that I drink one of these a day and make that a habit. Oh, And then thirdly, I want to do yoga every day. I've lost track of how many times I have put this on my list, but it always like starts off good and I do it for like a week and then I stop. And I don't know why, because I always feel better after I do yoga. So yeah, those are the 3 habits for this month. And now I'm going to pick 3 affirmations. Okay, so for this month's affirmations, I actually looked up some inspiration for, because I just felt like I needed some help in that department this month. So the ones that I chose were: number 1, I am grateful for the abundance I have and the abundance that's on its way. I think this is a really good one because it doesn't like specifically mention money, which when I think of abundance right now, I think of money, but only because I currently like don't have any and I'm desperate for it. But I think it's better to like focus on the feeling that I want rather than like the thing that I want. At the end of the day, the feeling that I want is just to feel like abundant and safe. It's not that I want the money, it's that I want the feeling that comes with it. Then number 2, I am aligned with the energy of abundance, which is very similar. And then number 3, I choose happiness, because I feel like that's just a really powerful thing to remind myself of, especially when I'm really deep in my anxiety spirals. It's like, hey, I can choose to be happy, and even if things aren't perfect right now, I can choose to be happy with where I'm at. So those are my 3 goals, my 3 bonus goals, my 3 habits, and my 3 affirmations. And I think that's where I'm going to end my November goal setting. I want to keep things really simple this month, really basic, and really see if I can implement all of it and actually lay it as a foundation. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you set your goals with me, I hope you'll share them in the comments if you're comfortable, and we can help each other stay accountable. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video, and I hope we all have a great November.